What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Zachary FC channel. Big bomber news, and it's not even a transfer, it is a Manchester United player leaving. Casemiro, out of nowhere, announces that he is leaving. This is his post on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. Knowing when stages come to an end, knowing when to say goodbye, when you feel that you will be remembered and respected forever. 4 months to give my all for this badge and for our goal. Eternal respect and affection for Manchester United and its wonderful fans. Forever a Red Devil. Astaghfirullah on that last bit. But yeah, it's a sad day. End of an era. Uncle Cass is leaving Manchester United. He's not renewing. He's gonna go off on a free. Yeah, sad times, but it is a good decision. I've been screaming for this. These players that are old, that are overpaid, they need to go. And this is not me crapping on Casemiro, but at the end of the day, he's 33 years old. But yeah, one thing I can say with Casemiro, he gave it his all. He gave it his all. Came from Real Madrid to Manchester United. Could have been that arrogant guy saying, I won these Champions Leagues. I'm not, just pay me my money. I'm just gonna kick my feet. Yeah, he got paid a lot of money, £375,000 a week, mental. But he didn't down tools. He didn't say I'm I'm Casemiro. I'm gonna kick my feet up. I'm a luxury player. Nah, he came in. Remember what he said before he came in? I'm gonna fix this club. Something along the lines of that. Came in, won a FA. Oh no, won a Carabao Cup. Then eventually next season won a FA Cup. He did his thing. He did his thing. No matter what, there was ups and downs. There was stinkers and hooks. Then there was bangers like the Carabao Cup final where he scored that first goal and just bossed the midfield. Bossed the midfield against Barcelona in the Europa League. Bossed the midfield last week basically. But there was stinkers as well. On top of that, I can't remember. I think it was a Liverpool game last season. Absolute howler where he got subbed off in the first half. However, regardless of that, even when he played bad, he worked hard. It wasn't a thing where he just dropped his head and didn't try. Every game he tried. It's just he had some limitations, and we didn't. Certain coaches, not gonna name names, cough, Amarin, Eric Ten Hag, but there were certain situations where it wasn't suiting his strengths. It was bringing out his weaknesses, and that's why he had those thinkers. But however, you cannot count him out in terms of his what work rate. I'm fumbling my words. His work rate. The guy worked for the club. The guy played with a heart on his sleeve. If he came in any earlier and played for any longer, he would have been a Man United legend. However, he's not. He's more of a cult hero. But yeah, Casemiro is basically going, and hopefully these last 4 months, 5 months of the league, knocks it out of the park. Knocks it out of the park. I don't know where he would go next. It's looking likely he's may go Saudi or he may go back to Brazil. In my opinion, he's got. I know Carragher said, "Leave the football before the football leaves you. Your legs are gone, bro. His legs ain't gone. Yeah, he's old. He's older, and his legs are going, but they're not gone. He's proven that in the Premier League, especially last week, especially if just the season in general, that there's still some more in the tank. There's still petrol in the tank. There's still gas in the tank. I think go to a slower league if he wants to stay in Europe. Serie A could do a job there. Bundesliga could do a job there. He does suit Inter Milan. He actually no. They play three at the back. I don't know if they play 3-4-3 or 3-5-2. If they play 3-5-2 with more midfields, maybe yeah, Inter Milan will suit him. Maybe a Juventus, Napoli, a Roma. Might as well go with Napoli. These guys want every Man United player. But if he's not going there, he's probably going back to Brazil or going to Saudi for that mullah. he deserves it. I wouldn't even blame him if he goes there. However, he does have 4 months of the Premier League season with Man United to try and achieve Champions League football, which I have faith that this club can, and this club is good enough. And then he's got the World Cup with Brazil. So yeah, he's still got months left. It does feel like a retirement, even though it's not. He's just leaving Man United. It's just the way he's posted it. It just comes across as some sort of retirement, but it definitely is. I think he's got a lot in the tank. That's why I think he should stay in Europe. I don't think he should leave. But yeah, sad times. But I think it's the right decision because seriously, we need midfield reinforcements. We need young legs in midfield to join up with Kobe Mainu. And there is Bruno that's potentially leaving as well. So initially it was going to be two midfielders. I think it should be three. I think even regardless if Bruno was leaving or not, even if he was staying, I think we should still go for three midfields this month. Definitely go for a midfielder. There's this talk about mystery midfielder. I don't know what's going on. There's rumors of Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Hayden. I'm hoping it's Hayden Hackney because today I'm hearing stuff about relating to Carrick. I don't know. I didn't even read it properly. Maybe it's Hayden Hackney, Ruben Neves, uh, João Gomez in from Wolves, one of the lot, as long as they're like affordable ones, like 20, 30 million for this month to help us in the league to get Champions League, and then they can stay in the long term, like next 2, 3 years, alongside in the summer getting Belabor and Elliot Anderson. If we don't get Belabor and Elliot Anderson, it's a failure of a transfer window. We are letting go of £375,000 a week. I know we're not getting a transfer fee from Casemiro because he's leaving on a free, but that wage will help with negotiations and signing these players. As long as we get through the payment process and deals like the actual price tag of these players, as long as we get through that, I'm hoping there is decent budget and the priority is to get those two first. Whoever else we have to worry about after just has to be those two midfielders. Wharton as well. Either of the three, I prefer Elliot Anderson and Belabor. Belabor just being the aggressive six. I know he's not been having a good season, but I still could see that player in him, especially from last season, especially now that he's proven again that he is good enough when he was playing with Cameroon. Since he's come back to Brighton, I think the last game I was watching him against Bournemouth, he had a solid game. I just like Belabor. I like the idea of him. I like everything about him. Midfield destroyer, but sits back. He doesn't go up too much. Every now and then he does, and he has the ability to, similar to a Rodri. Rodri stays back, but he has the tech to go up, and the few times he has and bangs in the goal. Same with Belabor. But then if we're having Anderson, just stay back, and then hopefully, this is hypothetically hoping that we get Champions League next season, get more funding, attract these type of players, better players, and it means we're playing more games. So then, someone like a Mainu, we can rotate our midfield. Where let's just say hypothetically we get a midfielder in January. I'm just gonna throw in random example Ruben Neves because that's the one that I prefer. Get him, have Mainu, have Belabor, have Elliot Anderson. Throughout the season, just rotate, have different combinations of the midfield, have the different combinations of midfield. Finally, we can sort out our midfield. It's crazy that our midfield hasn't been sorted. We haven't even replaced a six properly because, yeah, Casemiro bought him as a six, but he wasn't the six that technically we wanted. We wanted someone a bit more calmer, a bit more playmakery that can pass it out from midfield, start attacks. We haven't replaced that person since Carrick, and now he's a interim coach. That's crazy. He's back with us, and we still haven't replaced him. It's looking like this summer is looking like the most likely we are going to find his proper replacement after all these years. When did he retire? 2015-16 season, something like that. I think the season that Leicester won the league. It's ridiculous that we've taken that long to replace him. But speaking of replacements, Bruno Fernandes is also, there's likelihood that he's going to leave. Even though I've read reports that today that, Ineos want to keep him and all. I don't mind him staying. Look at the output he's got. He's ridiculous, especially where I don't think it's easy to find a replacement for him. But there is one replacement that I'm keeping my eyes on. And there's rumours of him being unhappy. A certain Chelsea player, number 10, Cole Palmer, missing Manchester. Man United fan. I like the sound of that. If we let go of Bruno, get big money off of him, bro, straight away use that money on getting Cole Palmer. Bring him in. The only caveat, the only little worry is the fact that this season and a bit of last season, but mostly this season, that injury, that groin situation, I'm a bit worried about it. I can't lie. Something's fishy about it. I think, but I feel like it's mainly Chelsea's medical team just pissing around. Their medical team is awful. It's been god awful since Clear Lake and Blueco, whatever their names are, since they came along. There's some messing around with this medical situation. I don't know what's going on. It sounds messy. It sounds like they don't even treat their players properly. And there's a lot of incompetence because why the hell is he still back in the team and he still looks uncomfortable? He does look moody as well, but he doesn't look like he's able to run around. He's able to affect the game as much. Don't know what's going on with that groin injury. And when there's recurring groin issues, that's a dangerous thing. It's a dangerous thing to play with groin situations. Because as soon as your groin takes consistent damage over the years, you're not the same because that's like the muscle where it helps you change direction. If you try and change direction with pain in your groin, you're not going to be able to move. You're going to be immobile. Forget it. You might as well be fat and overweight. It's the same thing. That's my only worry. Let's just see how he goes the rest of the season, see how fit he is. Maybe we could get him on the cheaper because of his injury situation, but I'm still skeptical. But yeah, we'll see. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Who do you think should be the Casemiro replacements? I've suggested Wharton. I've suggested Elliot Anderson, Baleba, João Gomez from Wolves, Ruben Neves. Let me know what you guys think. Like, subscribe, and peace. Happy retirement, Uncle Casemiro. Oh, wait, he's not getting retired. But goodbye and thank you for your services. That's what I meant to say. Peace.